Hartalega Holdings saw a 928% surge in net profit for the first quarter of FY22 to a record-breaking 2.26 billion from 219.7 million previously due to higher average selling price and sales. Revenue for the quarter increased 324% to 3.9 billion ringgit. The group proposed a final single-tier dividend of 19.75 cents per share. In its boss filing, Hartalega says that lower utilities expenses also helped numbers. Going forward, the group says it will continue to expand its capacity in NGC Sepang and that 8 out of 10 lines in Plant 7 have been commissioned. Once fully commissioned, Plant 7 will have an annual installed capacity of 2.7 billion pieces. Meanwhile, NGC 1.5 is currently underway with the group targeting to commission the first line by December 2021. Once NGC 1.5 is complete, Hartalega's annual installed capacity will increase to 63 billion pieces per annum. CEO Kwan Mon Leong says that while ASPs for nitrile gloves have been declining from their peak, global demand is expected to remain heightened, particularly due to new waves of cases with COVID-19 variants spreading worldwide. He adds that for the longer term, the structural step-up in demand in the glove sector will further spur demand growth, driven by increased glove usage from emerging markets with low glove consumption per capita and increased hygiene awareness. Hartalega has also kick-started an immunization program for its employees. Trading volume on the group's counter spiked to around 20 million units following the announcement, but its share price closed 3.3% down at 6.80 ringgit. Chipmaker Infineon Technologies says that production outages at 2 of its plants had hit deliveries to core automotive clients, Reuters reports. Just as the Munich-based company was recovering from a winter storm that crippled its plant in Austin, Texas, a new wave of COVID-19 infections forced a shutdown of one of its plants in Malacca in June. This means that Infineon was less able in its fiscal third quarter to profit from demand for everything from smartphones to automobiles. CEO Reinhard Ploss says that inventories are at historic lows, with chips being shipped from fabs straight into end applications. He adds that it will take time to get back to a supply-demand equilibrium that would likely take until well into 2022. With the Malacca plant only expected to return to producing at full capacity this month, Infineon faces a hit in the double-digit millions of euros that will run into its fiscal fourth quarter to September 30th. A motion to debate and annul the emergency ordinances can be brought forth to the Parliament sitting slated next month, said PM Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. He said this is in accordance with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong's decree and Article 150 subset 3 of the Federal Constitution. In a statement, Muhyiddin says that the motion will be discussed in the Cabinet meeting tomorrow and it is hoped that it will solve the polemics on the revocation of the emergency ordinances in a harmonious and constitutional way, Bernama reports. It is notified that the process of revoking the emergency ordinances by the Agong, as advised by the Cabinet on July 23, 2021, cannot be completed. The PM says, according to the Federal Constitution, the end of the proclamation of emergency on August 1st made the revocation of the emergency ordinances academic. Lembaga Tabung Angkatan Tentera has appointed General Tan Sri Raja Muhammad Afandi Raja Muhammad Noor as its new chairman. The appointment is effective today. He takes over from General Tan Sri Dr. Muhammad Zaidi Zainuddin, who is retiring from the post since his appointment in August 2018. LTAT CEO Dato' Ahmad Nizam Rahman says that given his long years of military service, Raja Muhammad Afandi will offer his wisdom and provide his guidance to the board and the management. This as the fund continues on its transformation path to sustainability and competitiveness. Ahmad Nizam also thanks and expresses gratitude for the outgoing chairman for his key role in providing insights and direction, adding that he had been instrumental in formulating the LTAT transformation plan. Japanese trading house Itochu has agreed to conduct a joint feasibility study with a Canadian subsidiary of Petronas on commercial production of ammonia in Canada in 2026. According to Nikkei Asia, Itochu also inked a deal with a local infrastructure company that builds gas pipelines for the feasibility study. The $3.1 billion plant will manufacture ammonia from natural gas extracted from a field owned by the Petronas unit, making up to 1 million tons per year. Itochu also plans to ship the fuel to Japan, helping to bring the coal-reliant country a step closer to meeting its emissions-cutting goals. Ammonia generates no carbon dioxide when burned and can be blended with coal to reduce emissions at fossil fuel power plants. The Japanese government aims to have the country consume 3 million tons of ammonia fuel each year by 2030, according to Nikkei Asia.